Hey guys, and welcome to the Watchtower Watch Reviews with your host DK, and today we're taking a look at the Vario 1918, aka their trench watch. First of all, big thank you to the Watch Communist on Instagram. Make sure to follow him. I believe he was the one who organised the loan of this watch. And also a big thank you to Vario. They did send me some straps last year as sort of a thank you for reviewing the watch. So there'll be a paid promotion logo somewhere, but I don't get to keep the watch, unfortunately. A very nice piece. But of course I never give anything a completely free ride, do I? Wouldn't be me if I didn't have something to complain about. So let's take a look into the review and see if I think you guys should pick up the Vario 1918. Let's take a look. So let's get this one out of the packaging. So for the review copy there is this grey little headphone style box with the Vario tag and also a Vario branded zip. I'm not sure which colour you'll get because they depend on availability, but it will be this style of case. Inside you'll probably have an instruction manual, although they didn't provide one for the review copy. And also they gave me another strap. You have two options with these watches. You can pick a single pass NATO or you can pick a bund strap. They sent both, and they sent me the grey dial variant with the white lume on it. So dimensions on this one, you're looking at 36.5mm in diameter, 39.3mm I should say, if you go across there at that crown from 10 until 4. Its lug tip to lug tip is just 44mm, so very, very compact, aping the style of those vintage style trench watches as well, and they are fixed lugs. Lug width is 18mm, and it's currently sitting on this lovely leather button strap with a signed buckle, very nice there. Thickness on this one is 11.8mm, including the domed crystal not on the strap. However, with that bund it raises to 14.5mm, and the weight on the bund is just a minuscule 69 grams. So specs on this one, well, it is all 316L stainless steel, a major upgrade from the original brass or bronze that you would have got in old trench watches. It's an all brushed case except for a high polished fixed bezel, a little bit of an edge there to it, and of course that signed crown. The strap is a leather bund strap, or you do have the option of a single pass leather NATO, as I say, with a signed brushed buckle and screw-in fasteners. Very, very nice strap, very good quality as well, I must say. Kudos to Vario, although they do have their own range of straps, so I'd be expecting it to be good. As I say, those are brushed screw-in fasteners, so you can simply just slide it off, and then you don't even need a screwdriver. You can actually just do this one with your fingers. Comes off fine, but I didn't have it fall off, which is the main thing. You've also got a nice piece of heavily domed sapphire crystal. You can see there, stepped up very nicely indeed. However, it does have plenty of anti-reflective coating on it as well in clear colour, so you don't get any reflection of colour off it, like you would say with an Addy's dive. You don't get much distortion, I find, because it's either visible or it's not, but you don't get a huge amount of distortion off that domed crystal. Very, very pretty though, and very, very legible. Signed screw down crown, and of course an exhibition case back for this one. Give this 100 meters of water resistance. Again, a major upgrade over, say, even the Timex midget that I had on the channel, and of course the original trench watch. You've the usual specs on the back: sapphire, stainless steel, automatic. There's a date on it. I believe that's something to do with World War I, but I'm actually not too sure. My history of World War I would not be fantastic. And of course the fact that it is made in Singapore. The movement inside, as you saw there, is a gilded Miyota 82S5. It hacks and hand winds. It's a unidirectional automatic beating at 21,600 vibrations per hour. Unscrew the crown allows you to hand wind it. Pull it out a second time, the hacking function happens, and you can set the time. So macro on this one, and it is a good looking dial. Now you are getting printed logo, indices and minute track all the way around, but to be honest that makes sense for the fact that this is a particular watch. It's a watch that's aping a particular style, and that is of course that trench watch style. All those would have been printed on as well. There would be no applied indices, there would be no applied logo, there wouldn't be applied anything on this one. Those really nice hands there as well, that kind of leaf hand, and I don't know if they call those cathedral hands. I haven't had them on the channel before. You've also got your automatic second hand down there at the 6 o'clock position, slightly cutting into the 6 numeral there, and you've got not Roman numerals, you've got Arabics all the way around the outside, along with that printed minute track. And here it is out on my 7-inch wrist in sunshine in August. I can't even believe it. So it looks really good on this blue leather. I've actually been wearing it on this a lot. I haven't really wanted to take it off the blue leather because it's really, really nice on. However, you do have two options with that blue leather. If you don't like the bund look, you can of course always unscrew it and take off the bund piece. So this is the only downside of a watch like this. I'm just giving you a quick shot of this one because it is basically the same strap. You will need screw-in straps because you can't fit them with normal spring bars, of course. However, if you have something else in mind, you can also try it with the single pass. Again, I think the black goes really well with the grey and white. They've done well with the colour choice here for sending it to me for review. I'm not a huge fan of single pass leather NATOs. They do the job fine and they can look really nice on some watches. I just think this one really needs the bund if you're going to go into all that vintage styling. However, if you're dead set against it and you want to go with something different, pick a NATO with some sort of grey in it. This is an AliExpress strap. I think they cost about £2 or something. Again, there'll be affiliate links down below if you do fancy it. Try and pick ones with grey in it. I think that'll just suit the grey dial, or of course colour match it to the one that you want. This is actually a Vostok one that I liberated off my 420-380 watch that I had in for unboxing recently. It doesn't look too bad. I still prefer Vario strap for this one. The Vostok one is fine, but the leather is a nicer quality, of course, as you'd expect. What else have we got? This is actually a Loris webbing strap that I picked up off my Loris field watch. I don't have the Loris on this strap. Again, it does the job fine, but I just pick one of the Vario ones if I were you. They're not that expensive. They're actually reasonably good value for their straps, and they do good quality stuff. I wouldn't just say that just because they've sent me free stuff. I do actually really like it. And if you want to mix everything all together, how about a Bond style NATO on a 1918 watch? This is a very, very unusual look, but again, it's got grey, it's got black, and it works really, really well with that grey dial. I think it's something, if you're looking for a little bit something outside the box. And Lume Time, so you wouldn't have got Lume really, you'd got tritium on the old style of watches if you got anything. This one is C3 Super Luminova. Again, 2 minutes of footage. Sorry, 2 minutes of light from my UV torch, not 2 minutes of footage, 15 minutes of footage sped up. The Lume is decent. It's not world beating, but then again, this isn't a diver, and I think they're sacrificing some Lume for the fact that this is, aping to be a vintage style watch. That is actually fairly era-appropriate that the Lume would fade pretty quickly on a vintage watch. It's okay. After 15 minutes, it's pretty much gone after about 10 to 12, I would say. To the naked eye, you might get about an hour and a half, 2 hours out of it, but not much more than that. Again, it's not a dive watch. Even with 100 meters of water resistance, you're not going to be using this one diving. It is what it is. You get a bit of Lume and be happy that you get any at all. Alright, so what are my likes and dislikes? Well, first of all, I'll just give you a quick shot there of my Orient Kamasu that I'm wearing today. Quick wrist check. So yeah, likes and dislikes on this one. And the first thing I really do like about this one is that proper vintage styling. It's really, really good looking, and it's also got a really nice non-vintage style screw down buttery smooth crown to unwind and to set. Even with gloves on, I can actually unwind this one and set the time very nicely. You've also got that brushed finish, much like the Timex. However, the Timex was actually brass coated. This one is stainless steel, and they've done a really great job with the brushing, but still keeping that little bit of high polish around the outside with that fixed bezel. Very, very nice indeed. Another thing I really like is they've really married the style of old and new, so they've kept all the beautiful design aspects while also improving things like the specs, giving you stainless steel and your screw-in fasteners for the bund as well. Speaking of bund, that strap is gorgeous. That blue is amazing. Really, really comfortable, high quality leather. Even the black single pass NATO, while it wouldn't be my thing, if it is your thing, they're well worth picking up. They do sales every now and then in discounts, and you can probably pick these up for about 12 or 13 quid for the single pass NATOs if you get a sale. Also, the little travel case is really handy. You've got a decent zip, so I don't think that will break anytime soon, which is something you get with cheaper zips. They've got a really nice little Vario logo on it, the V. You've got your Vario little tag on it, and you've got a good solid case if you want to travel with your watch, or if you want to put something else in there like headphones or anything like that, solid out. As I say, that dial is really, really legible, beautiful as well in design and in execution. Really, really nice. Again, they have taken a lot of these aspects from the Ingersoll Midget, but they've also made it their own. Those hands are gorgeous. You've got those fixed lugs. You've got a really, really nice shape to it, and it's very, very nice indeed. However, this is my second watch that I've had on in this style, and I'll be honest with you, it's the second one that's probably not going to stick around. It's just not my thing. It's really, really cool. However, one thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the fact that these are fixed lugs, which means that you are kind of screwed if you want to change it to anything other than the existing straps. You have to pretty much buy them from Vario. You have to buy screw-in style straps. Also, I'm going to let you listen to this. Don't know if you can hear that now on camera. There we go. Good solid spin off that one. In fairness, that Miyota movement, because it's unidirectional in its winding, if you spin it, it goes really, really mad when you go the opposite direction. You spin it and it just goes berserk. Also, this is very small, even on a NATO or on a bun strap, it is quite small. There's the Komatsu, and this is it on the single pass NATO. It is really, really compact. It is vintage style, so if you have big wrists and you don't like the look of a small watch, this one is not going to suit you. I don't have big wrists, but even still, when it's about this size and with the single pass NATO, I still wanted the bund to thicken it up. But other than that, if you like a small watch, if you like the vintage styling, this is a great overall value package. So guys, there you have it, my review of the Vario 1918, aka the Vario Trench Watch. They also have a medic variant as well with a pulsometer, I think, around the outside for telling like heartbeats and things like that. It's a really nice watch. I love the looks. I just don't know where it fits in my collection, unfortunately. I had the Timex Midget, which I ended up selling on. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I looked at it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting. I reviewed it. I had fun with it. I never really wore it that much. It's a very specific niche, this one. It may fit into a lot of people's collections as their fun piece, their weekend piece, their something to talk about piece. Just didn't quite do it for me, unfortunately. Very nice, but I'm not such a fan of that Miyota 8000 movement either. You do that, and of course you hear it spin for 9 years afterwards. Always a bit of a pain in the ass for me. So if you enjoyed that review, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, there is a competition somewhere down here for the video where I'm giving away my Casio Juro fully modded for celebrating 1,000 subscribers. Make sure to enter that, and if you're not a subscriber already, it is only open to subscribers, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've been your host DK. This has been the Watchtower Watch Reviews, and I will see you guys next time.